Welcome back to Sword of Board. I'm Monkey with Sword of Board Crew, and today for Sunday we are going to be finishing the Sinister Motives campaign. So we're up against Venom Goblin, which, for full disclosure, before I started this campaign, I'd only played him one other time before. It was with a couple of my friends. It was randomly chosen. None of us knew what to expect. We went blind, and it went about as well as you could expect for it to go with a bunch of random decks. Um, I think, this will be attempt number 3 against him, and I changed my deck up slightly. I realized that previous version deck I've been using for the rest of this campaign just didn't have enough raw threat removal to deal with his 3 main schemes. So we have swapped in multitasking and lay down the law, so we have a little bit more threat removal. And think I need to do one more bit of setup because I need to get a minion, which might as well go ahead and get out the Rage Symbiote. That has the extra one. Let's just, might as well go check. Got Public Outcry, got Smear Campaign, got Sinister Assault, and all of the setup. So I get an extra mulligan. About planning ahead, I have my Helicarrier. I added Osborne Tech to this one. There's one extra threat on the main. Got a side scheme, and there's extra Osborne Tech. So we are ready to go. I went ahead and got Joyride. I hope that's the right one. That is good for this one. There's only 2 in this whole pack, so I thought the other one might be worse. And I resolved this, so I took 2 indirect damage. So I'm starting in a slightly weaker state, but hopefully it won't matter that much. Let's see how opening hand looks. Ooh. Face the Past right off the bat. Genki. Gotta go ahead and discard him because I get to start with him in my hand anyway. Face the Past isn't so bad because I'm going to go ahead and not attack him. Swing in's good. Moon Girl's good. I'm tempted not to mess with this too much because I want to play her. Hopefully, I'll have a third mental resource in my hand. Let's push. Let's see. This may be a silly gamble, but let's see if I can do better. So I do have more mulligans. Hey, you got better. Definitely got better. Let's see if we can get 2 more better. Okay, didn't luck out, but this is still okay. So then we add Genki to my hand and proceed. So we'll go ahead and flip up, and I think we just go ahead and knock out Enraged Symbiote. That'll take 1 off of Public Outcry. And then we'll do Face the Past. Prowler comes out. Ready up. Draw 3 cards. A quick quip wouldn't be bad. Alright, we're going to use Genki to play build support. Just comes in with 3. We will use Spider-Man and Genius to play Moon Girl. Draws me 3 cards. Don't have the damage deal Prowler. Unless I cross the Spider-Verse. Oh no, then it's still iffy. Okay, let's go ahead and do multitasking. We paid for it with a mental, so we take 2 off a scheme. We'll take 2 off of Builds Fort, and take 2 off of different schemes. We'll take 2 off Joyride. We will Helicarrier and use Quick Equip to swing in. Let's move 4 from a scheme, so we'll go ahead and finish off Joyride, which confuses the villain and gives me a tough. And we'll go ahead and get out yeah, we'll go ahead and get out Float. I really want to do Across the Spider-Verse, but kind of missed my chance on that one this turn. Mungo will thwart. Oh, that actually completed Public Outcry. Sounds done, which is good. She will thwart, do Builds Fort. So that one is done. I'll go retrieve Genki from my discard. And then Miles will hit Prowler for 3. And that will be my turn. Draw 5, ready up. Nice web shooter. That will let me quick quip. Alright, so all these go up by 1. And then he attacks me for 2 plus the boost. Which I'll take because I'm tough. Place 1 on each. Pause my tough. Prowler hits me for 2. And then after, let's see. After he activates, can she move the glider to the one with the least? Place 2 on it or resolve its special. So special is discard 1 card from my hand. We'll discard Power Within. And then we get an encounter card. Advanced Villain Schemes. So schemes for 2 plus boost. Just 2. It moves down here, and this one is place 1 threat on each scheme. I guess I kind of have to. And that's my turn. So Helicarrier will cover cost of Web Shooter. Miles will hit Prowler for 2. And let's see, Genki draws a card. Arachnobags, very cool. That's what I kind of wanted to see. We'll use Quick Quip to pay for that one. Just to knock out Prowler. Hold on to Moon Girl. And we will use a Web Shooter to pay for double life. So change your form. Pay for a fist, ready back up. When you change this form, shuffle a Spider-Man card into your deck. So let's do Swing In, because I need the threat removal. Then we'll use this Spider-Man to charge up Compact Darts, heal up, and we will stay in Alter Ego. So draw, ready up. Nice. Good timing on staying down in Alter Ego. So each of these goes up by 1. He schemes for 2+ boost. You're stunned. Goes up by 2, and then it goes to one with the least. Which was these? Yeah, I'll do that one. Take 2 indirect damage. And then a counter card is attached to the villain. After it takes any amount of damage, give him a face down. If that attack dealt 3 or more damage to the attached villain, discard this card. Okay. I don't know if, yeah, I don't think I can really deal with that this turn. So, let's Genki, draw a card. There's another float. So we will flip up. And in response, we'll use Web Shooter to pay for Lay Down the Law, which lets remove 4 threat from a scheme, which will deal with Lower Manhattan. Get a Web of Life Destiny for free. We will go ahead and get out Defense Mechanism, because that'll be useful in the future. Oh, wait, no. No. We won't do that. Because we need that to pay for Swing in order to get the most out of it. So we'll do these two. Do Swing In. Move 4 threat from a scheme. So we'll take 4 off of Manhattan Midtown. Confused villain. No, he's actually confused, and I will get a tough. And then we'll give me a not multitasking, endurance. Let's get 3 more hit points, and then I will go ahead and just thwart 2 off of Upper Manhattan. No. I'll swing to pop the stuff. I pop the stun. Hold on to Moon Girl. We'll draw, ready up. Alright, so 1 goes on each. He attacks me for 2 plus the boost. I'll just throw Moon Girl in the way of it. Okay, so 4. And then this stays. Let's see. He'll take 2 indirect damage. Okay, so that pops my tough. It's kind of unfortunate. And then counter card. Okay. Might as well just exhaust. Okay, in response, before we do that, so can shuffle Spider-Man card back in. I don't have web shot out here. We can at least do a little bit of damage with the acrobatics. No, let's put defense mechanism back in. So I feel like that's going to be useful. Exhaust and remove, keeping secrets from the game. Alright, and this is my turn. Threat's not in a great place. Let's go ahead and Genki web shot. Okay. Alright, we're going to flip up Helicarrier, web shot, Spider-Man multitasking to play Avengers Mansion. Use Avengers Mansion, draw a card, double life. Might not be a bad thing to do. He is confused. Wouldn't really get anything out of the ready though. So we'll just web shot. So do 4 damage to him. So do 5 because of float, because he is confused. Give the villain a face down boost card. And then discard this card. And then deal 2 damage to the enemy, stun that enemy. It is not attack, so it just does 2. And gives him a stun. And then we will draw. Oh, actually, we'll take 1 off. And is this an attack? It is not attack. Oh wait, wrong side. Oh, it bugged out. Okay. The other side, I think, is just deal 1 damage to 2 things. So, I only need to do 1 right now. And now we have this. Another web shot's good. And swing in. Oh, this is actually like kind of a perfect hand. Okay, ready back up. Put 1 on each. Then he attacks me for 2 plus 2 boosts. I think, just to be safe, I will defend just to prevent some of this damage. So, preventing 2, swing for 2, 3, 4. So just 4. So take 2 damage, and then place 1 threat on each main scheme without the glider. So I gotta do something about Upper Manhattan. And then it moves. What's Okay, so I gotta leave it on midtown. So I take 2 indirect damage. And then counter card is Enraged Symbiote. Okay. My turn. Going to Venture's Mansion. We'll Genki, draw a card. Okay, lay down laws, not helpful. Be helpful for next turn. We'll discard upside the head. So we'll pay for Web Shot with energy. Do 4 damage to enemy, which we'll have to do it to the Enraged Symbiote. And then 2 will go on to Venom Goblin, which will actually stun him this time. And Helicarrier and upside the head, we'll do swing in. Take 4 off Upper Manhattan. Confuse them. He's already confused, but we get a tough, which is the important one. And we will use this web shooter to pay for this web shooter. And then we will flip down, and I think we'll just put a web shooter back in here, so I'm pretty much guaranteed to draw it. And they'll hold on to lay down the law, flip up, and get a good clean on one of these. So, draw and ready up. Nice. Love seeing Lady Spider right about now. And Skilled Investigator, even though it's really not that useful at the moment. Alright, so main ticks each of these up. He is confused, so he does not scheme, so that does not trigger anything. Counter card is Smear Campaign. Place 2 threat on the main. And it's my turn, so we'll draw a card with Genki. Draw a card with Venture's Mansion. Good seeing Spider-Man there. Actually got a pretty decent looking turn. So we'll flip up. We're going to use Web Shooter to pay for Lay Down the Law. So we'll take 4 off of Midtown Manhattan. Skill Investigator really isn't useful right now, so we'll discard that to get out the other Web Shooter. No, we're going to use... I take that back, because I need that one. We're going to use Press the Advantage to pay for Lay Down the Law, because I really want to see if I can get out Spider-Man this turn. So we'll use these 2. Grant me 2 resources and throw a defense mechanism to get out Spider-Man. I'll end up holding on to Lady Spider, because she's also very good. Miles is going to hit Venom Goblin for 2. Spider-Man is going to thwart 2 off of Midtown. Ready, Miles back up. And he will thwart 2 off of Upper. And Draw a card. Draw back up. Ready up. One on each. He does not attack me because he's stunned. And then encounter card. Let's see. So smoke bombs. After villain attacks you, move one bomb counter here. Discard the one event from your hand with the lowest. Okay, so he hits slightly harder. And I lose cheap events. And then spreading panic. Surge. Resolve the special on the scheme with glider counter. So take 2 indirect damage. That will pop my tough. And surge. So get another one. Assault. Villain attacks me. 3 plus the boost. Gotta defend it. Ooh, glad I did. So he swings for 6. So I'm down to 2. And that is at 1 counter. Discard the event from your hand with the lowest cost. So lose, lay down the law. It's not ideal, but it's acceptable right now. And then it's my turn. Soul Avengers, draw a card. Helicarrier to get out power from within, and then we'll throw away these. Let's get a Lady Spider, who will thwart 2 off of Upper Manhattan and 2 off of Lower Manhattan. Peter will thwart 2 off of Midtown Manhattan and ready Miles back up. And he will flip down and recover for 4. But I need to shuffle. Only thing I can is defense mechanism. Shuffle that back in. And then we'll draw and ready up. So, pretty good hand. Everything goes on 1. He schemes for 2 plus the boost. Reveal this card. So just 2. While there are no symbiote environments in play, this card is considered a symbiote environment. So it moves to Midtown Manhattan. Well, yeah, moves to Midtown Manhattan. I take 3 indirect damage. I think that's the least bad thing we can do there. Advanced Glider. Discard any number of attack cards from your hand with resources of 3 or more. So that's almost impossible for me to get rid of. Unless I really, really luck out. And this is at 5. This is what I was dreading. Okay. So let's recover for 4. Avengers Mansion draws us a card. Genki draws us a card. Nice. Multitasking will pay for double life. Change of form, ready back up. So I can still do stuff on this turn. Hmm. So Lady Spider will thwart 2 off of Festering Mass and 2 off of Midtown Manhattan. And she leaves play. We draw cards left warrior left play. Upside the head. Confuse, stun, spider camouflage. Okay. We'll go ahead and get out Ghost Spider. And we'll use a web shooter to do multitasking. So take 2 off of Scheme. And we'll take 2 off of Lower Manhattan as well. We'll use Helicarrier to play defensive mechanism, or defense mechanism. And then we will attack. No, thwart. Last one off of Festering Mass. We'll pop both of these. So, Venoblast, a stun, defensive mechanism, puts on a confuse, and I get a tough. And we will pay for upside the head. He's not confused. Oh no, I didn't basic attack. Not yet. That will deal with Festering Mass, so I don't deal with that anymore. Spider-Man will thwart 2 off, and no, he'll just swing. Swing for 2. Advance to the next stage. He's tough. Still steady. And deal 2 face down to each. So now I don't get a choice. It just does special. That readies me back up. He left place, I draw a card. Cross the Spider-Verse. Getting out him or Lady Spider again might be worthwhile. Save that for next turn. Probably save that for next turn, actually. So we will thwart 2 off of Lower Manhattan. Ghost Spider will swing and pop the tough. Actually, no. I'll attack, pop the tough, and then I'll do upside the head to drop a confuse on him. And then she will thwart 1 off of Lower Manhattan. And then because I used double life, I'll flip down and we're going to put Power from Within. back into the deck. And we'll draw and ready up. Hey, come on, give me some attacks. Got one. I just need one more. Which I guess I could, like, I can't sacrifice her for that. Guess I kind of could with Quick Quip. We'll see. So, first, each of those goes up by one. He is confused, so he does not scheme. Advanced Scouter says after he activates against you, activates against you again. So he did not activate against me because he was confused. That canceled the activation. So he never activated, so he just doesn't activate this time. I guess that's how it works. I feel like that's how it works. It's usually pretty specific with how it's worded. And confused says next time would thwart or scheme, discard the status card instead. So it just never gets the activation. And then encounter card. And we got 3 to get through. So hopefully this goes well. Attached to the villain. He is more difficult now. Limitless supply. So each tech attachment gains surge. Assault, surge. Cut off card, discard and upgrade or support you control. Let's get rid of float. I can always get that back. And it's useful, but it's just damage. And survive that one. So we'll go ahead and flip up. No, wait, not yet. Vintage Mansion, draw card. Genki, draw card. We'll get out power from within, power within. And then ready up. So we could do 1, 2. Do across the Spider-Verse. So exhaust web warrior card to control. And we will go get an ally. I think we'll get out. I think this Spider-Man's probably the best one. And then yeah, we'll do 1, 2, 3. Exhaust web warrior. Exhaust myself. And get another web warrior and put him to play. So I will go get Lady Spider. Alright, so Lady Spider, thwart 2 off of Limitless Supply, and 2 off of Midtown Manhattan. Spider-Man will thwart 2 off Limitless Supply, ready Miles back up. Miles is going to attack for 2. I will use Power Within to Venom Blast, do another 2, stun him. So he's now actually stunned. And Ghost Fighter. Take 1 off of Limitless Supply. And we'll hold on to Quick Quip, because I can use it this next turn. Hopefully I draw an attack. If I don't, Ghost Fighter can get me an attack. No, there's 3 attacks. Okay, that's not the worst thing. So each of these goes by 1. He is stunned, so he does not activate, so the glider does not activate. So Midtown doesn't do anything, and I get an encounter card. New Carbon Scales, Surge. So he takes 1 less damage from each. So many attachments. Gang up. Villain each minion gauge he attacks you. So now is when he gets rough. So he attacks 3, 4, 5, plus the boost. I will take this first one. Well, make sure it doesn't get piercing or something. So I'll take the first one. And overkill. Okay. It shows correctly. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That just gets eaten by my tough. And the Advanced Glider, he attacks me again. So, Smoke Bomb, I discard, press the advantage. And then Smoke Bombs goes away. Then he attacks me again. This time Ghost Fighter's going to jump out of the way. 3, 4. Want the most threat, place 1 in that scheme. Okay, so she goes away. I'll resolve that in a second. Move the glider to the main, place 1 on that scheme. Do not do it special. So, I draw a card, interrupt, when she leaves play. So, I go fishing for my attack event, web shot, shuffle, and then draw a card off Web of Life and Destiny. Web shot, okay. So I can still make this work. I'm close just knocking him out. I might just go for it. Because I could. I think it's possible. Damage might be there. I'll evaluate on my turn. Oh, so before that happened, because he attacked me. This would happen in the first attack. Take 2 indirect damage. And then after the second one, that would happen again. So that's still the one at the least. And then, yeah, knocks her out. It moves one with the least. And that happens again. Yes, that's correct. All right, so my turn. Got to get rid of the Advanced Glider. So I think 1 web shot goes away and Arachnobatics goes away, and that lets me discard the Advanced Glider. So I'm going to thwart 2 off of Upper Manhattan. Spider-Man is going to thwart 2 off of Manhattan, ready Miles back up. And we'll pay for a web shot. So this does reduce damage he takes by 1, so he takes 3. And then 2 more for Venom Blast, and he gets a stun. And then we'll Helicarrier and Arachnobatics to quick equip. Do 1 damage to Webber control. So I'll do 1 to Lady Spider. And then place 2 confused status scars and up to 2 enemies. So we'll just go and drop 2 on him so he will not scheme. And Lady Spider will take 2 off of Lower Manhattan and 2 off Upper Manhattan, and then she goes away. Draw a card off Web of Life Destiny. I forgot. Draw a card off Avengers Mansion. I should have been discarded that. I have a web shot. Okay, we're going to give him a tough status. And a face down boost card. Let's be risky. Yeah, let's not be too risky. It's fine. That will discard Neocarbon Scales. And then we'll just throw a swing in. Take the last counter off this web shooter to do web shot. So pop tough, 2 damage, a stun. And I'll take 1 off compact darts, just do 1 more to him. And then I'm going to flip down recover. And we're in a good spot. As long as this doesn't go ultra poorly, which I don't think it can. It could. I don't think it will. I think we're fine. So let's draw. Ready back up. Give myself a counter card. And then main ticks up on each of these. He cannot scheme because he's confused. And then we get a counter card. Spreading Panic, so Surge, resolve special ability on the glider counter. So take 2 indirect damage. Surge, Hobgoblin, Patrol, and Venomous, so I can't thwart the main. After he attacks you, I don't think it's going to matter. Kinetic Armor, gains Retaliate, and Surge. Symbiotic Thrall, Guard. That's annoying. I can make it work though. Okay. It's my turn. Which Mansion Genki draws me 2 cards. And we will flip up. So we deal with Thrall, and then deal with Venom Goblin. So we deal with Thrall just by attacking. So do 2 damage to him. I will use the last counter on darts. Just do 1 to Venom Goblin. It doesn't really matter, so I'll do 1 to Thrall. Spider-Man will attack the Thrall, take him out. Ready. Miles back up. Draw a card off Web of Life and Destiny. And there's Web Shot. There's the game. So Since I don't have, I do. There we go. We will discard these two to web shot for 4. Take 1 retaliate. And then get to resolve Venom Blast, so he takes another damage and would take another stun. But that's game. Yeah, that little bit extra threat management really, really helped out. Lay down a little multitasking. We're putting in work this game. So yeah, we won. We beat Venom Goblin. First time I've ever beaten Venom Goblin. Hope I didn't mess anything up. So, you win. Optional. Using the conditions tracker. Calculate Root's total reputation, then mark that number of notes. So, 50 points in victory display. Let's go ahead and just add that up. See what we get. 1. Just 1. No minions in play. There were minions. No side schemes in play. There were not any side schemes in play. No threat in the main. There was threat in the main. There were no acceleration. And no one was defeated. So we're at, if I can click, 26 points. So, you know, decent. Not the best you could do, but pretty good. Then in the final reputation score tracker, record the value equal to the number of nodes marked on the reputation track. The higher you score, the better you did. I do really like, kind of like being able to like really evaluate what your final score is and how you could stack up to your friends. So that was Sinister Motives. I didn't read a lick of this story. I definitely kind of like just forgot to do that. I don't know if I could do a good Venom voice right now. But anyway, that was Sinister Motives. That is a wrap on Sinister Motives. So next few weeks will be random decks for me. I'll probably do like 3 or 4 Sundays of random stuff, and then I'll move on to Mutant Genesis, which I have completed this one before. I think this Mutant Genesis is the campaign I've completed the most, besides Rise of Red Skull. They've done Rise of Red Skull 4 or 5 times, and Mutant Genesis probably 4. So yeah. So in the next couple weeks, because I'm not recording these, not going to be recording these super far in advance, just in case people have suggestions. If you have decks you want me to check out, please tell me what they are. Since you can't really link them in the comments, hit me up in Discord. Just leave a comment saying, you know, the title of the deck, and I'll go look for it. Or if there's a hero you want me to play, or yeah, pretty much anything, let me know down below or on Discord. You know, like, you know, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And in the meantime, till I see you and talk to you again, I do appreciate you watching. Hope all your games go well. And I'll see you later.